we go. What's up, everybody? J-Dubs here. We are back with another Dragon Ball Legends video. Today we're going to be discussing about a unit. Well, Nate, a unit. Yeah, more. Yeah, no. We're gonna discuss about a unit that could get a potential plat due to age, a mid Zenkai, and being star dependent, and how it can improve the unit. What we could potentially see for slot one, two, and three. This unit is a yellow, so that tells you most of it. Of course, it's a legend limited. Sparkings don't usually get plats, and we are still waiting for the next one. And if I remember correctly, the last one was uh I think Gohan. No, not Gohan. The Super Saiyan 4s. No, it was the movies about last year, maybe a couple months ago. Not sure, but one of these plats, and which brought back like the plats were Android 16 and the Super Saiyan 4s going on and up. But today we were going to be
新
talking
生
about
児
a
の
Legend
身
Limited
で
unit. And I figure you guys might be asking, why not not Legend Limited, why not an Ultra unit? That is because some Ultra units will need to take time, and we can't just keep rapidly getting Ultra units. But there are some that could potentially see one, like the other two free-to-plays, Vegeta and Goku, and so on and so forth. But today we are going to be talking about at the top of the screen, top left hand of the screen, Legends Limited Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta, the unit that I recently 14 starred and my first 14 star LF. So I don't have a fully arts boosted, but I do have a fully arts boosted for Blast, and I am currently working on it. But the reason why we're going to be talking about him, apologies, is because of the fact his Zenkai wasn't as appealing as a lot of people thought it would be. I thought it could be better, and it's not genuinely used unless it's for bench for Majin Vegeta because his Zenkai goes towards yellow Vegeta clan members. And if we look into the yellow Vegeta clan section, we can see Ultra Majin Vegeta go Vegeta and Trunks, and the tag Super Saiyan Blues. As you know, Vegeta clan is not the most favorited tag. We've just gotten two, somewhat three potential broken units, but it's a whole debate about it, but that's not what we're here for. Today we're going to be talking about and seeing ways that he can improve for a platinum equip if he does eventually get one. So he has a blast cover change and he can combo off of it with a blue. Fortunately, so that's a good thing. So we don't have to go into that section. But the first thing I think we could see off of it, and we're gonna start off by checking out plats from Universe Rep. The first thing that we could start off seeing is for the first slot some damage inflicted, maybe potentially damage inflicted. If I could find Universe Rep, here it is. Universe Rep. The units that currently have a plat are 17 Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. And I think that's about it. No, MUI, I think. I'll check in a second. I know purple UI, Jiren. So I know those ones specifically, but let me check for MUI. I want to say he does have one. I know he has two Awakened Gold equips. No, he does not have a plat yet. So that's a thing. But yeah, we're gonna go based off of them and then check out some of the other tags that have plats. And ignore the treasure battles team and ignore some other things. So let's check out 17's. His first slot gives him base health, which we could see off of plat. Sustained sustained damage cut, which is also potential. Health restoration, which I think is going to be very substantial because he, if I remember correctly, give me 1 second, and yes, I do have Vegeta, I just got him, but if I remember correctly, he restores health off of greens, I think. Yes, he restores health by 10%, draws a card, uh, gets 25% damage inflicted, but it cannot stack, so that's the thing. And reduces damage received and cannot stack and be canceled. Both of these effects by 20%. Now, seeing that would be very substantial, if in my opinion, because it could really help his restoration factor, giving him more HP because because he cannot tank as well as he used to be. And strike defense, blast defense, which is also extremely good for him. Now, here we come to the next section for slot two, and we're gonna do a comparison in a sort of way. 50% inflicted damage, which is also maybe 70% strike damage, 70% blast attack, 10% restores to allies' health by 10%, like I just said, when this character uses special art. Now, Vegeta does not have that effect off of his special arts. With his special arts, he does, I remember, go neutral, does impact damage, and it's all for 3 counts. Sealed blast for 5 counts. So I think it special damage could be improved. Can definitely get more blast and strike damage, mostly blast though. Damage inflicted is also a really, really great way to upgrade it. But yeah, and I think he could probably go neutral, slightly longer, and seal the blast maybe just like 1 to 3 counts longer, as annoying as it is, because his special does not provide much of anything. So yeah. And I will be right back because I'm going to think about the third slot. All right, there we go. Everyone, I am back. So after a little bit of debating, I have decided to come to my decision for the third slot, and I think his third slot will focus solely around his cover note, green card, and somewhat of his kit, mostly his unique abilities, nothing else with his ult or anything. He could maybe get some more ult damage up because it is relatively short, but he could get cover null off of his green, or if he pulls one or uses one, because he only gets cover null off of his main ability, believe it or not, with the 20% ultimate damage inflicted, but that's by using ult. But off of his main ability, he gets about where is it? Where is it? Nullify special actions that activate when cover changing. So 15 timer counts. Now that's pretty good, but that's only off of his ult. I mean, not ult, his main ability. So I think with his main ability, we could maybe see a change. For greens, he could probably get maybe 3 or 5 counts, nowhere past 7 potentially. And also the fact he could, like I said, do more ult damage, maybe gain some more ki. And another thing that could happen, he could gain ki with his green, because he can't lose that much ki, but with his green, he gets no ki whatsoever. Just read it for a second, and now I'll read it. Randomly drawing one new card restores own health by 10% plus 25% damage inflicted, cannot be stacked or canceled. Reduces damage received by 20%, cannot be stacked nor canceled as well. But he does not draw a green. I mean, not he does not draw out any key to recover, which could be a problem because his green is, well, has a cost of 16, which is somewhere around older, very, very old units, like somewhere around the same amount. I know the 19 cost on his ult also is around the same amount as older unit damage, and I'll just go look at that by a yellow unit because we're already in the yellow section. 20, usually the ult is at 20, but 19. I don't know where I'm gonna find it, but I know there is a unit out there with 19, maybe less. This is 20, but you get the picture. His ultimate is around 19 key cost. And he does not get any cut pen off of a green, no damage inflict not well, yes, damage inflicted, but not for a high amount of time. So it is believed to be relatively short. He could, and if we, okay, well, yeah, but we'll move on to his unique abilities. We'll read his original kit, which this is it, but we're going to look at his highlighted effects. And he has Revival Disruption, which is not really seen much anymore, considering the fact that there hasn't really been a good revival unit to Gohan and Trunks. We can see a potentially maybe a good comeback if you're running into a Gohan and Trunks. Maybe his neutral can go higher. But let's read his revival disruption conditions. The following effects occur when causing a character with a revives when health reaches 0 effect to revive while this character is in battle. Nullifies own element factors for 30 counts and reduces enemies Dragon Balls by 2. 30 counts of neutral. Problem is, if I think it can be canceled, which is the only problem potentially. He cannot go past 40, go lower than 40 key, which is also pretty good. So those are his revival disruptions. For his cover change, as you can see, it doesn't really do much. Just, you know, basic cover change, well, older basic cover change effects. It says this applies the following effects to self according to the number of timer counts elapsed from the start of battle. 30 counts elapsed. His HP restored by 15%, and he gets 1 card draw speed. Now, here's another problem. 1 card draw speed, maybe with his plat, if his green allows it or something, he can get slight more card draw speed slightly off of a green, only increasing by 1 because going by like 2, or it could be off of a certain number of greens. I don't know, but he could get slightly more card draw speed, maybe off of a green, because waiting 50 counts would be a little harder because of the fact some people cannot attack for that long, maybe, and this Vegeta unit does not get as much as you think, so that's a thing. And for the radiant evolution, taking one more hit, the following effects occur every time this character defeats an enemy, and he restores Vanish 1 time back to full, reduces the enemy key by 30, inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% plus the damage received for 15 counts. Applies to the current self when this character enters the battlefield if there is a defeated battle member that restores HP or health by 10% and cancels all attribute downgrades and at normal conditions, which isn't bad, but this is when an ally dies, so he might be a last stand unit, which isn't indirectly said in it, but sort of is. Units such as Zenkai Super Saiyan Goku from the Broly movie. As you know, if you go over to here, he's a last stand unit. And then it's not Torch here. I don't know why I did that, but I think Torch is special. No, yeah, his green is special. It buffs up his special by the certain number of allies left. It can, as you can see, 50% special armor power, nullifies enemies. It can essentially nullify endurance for 3 counts, but can be canceled, which is unfortunate but reasonable. I don't know if it's in it. Like I said, I don't know. Yes, it is. Applies the following effects if when this character enters the battlefield, if there is a defeated battle member, draws a special arch card. Next, activates once, 30% the damage inflicted, reduced damage received, yada yada yada. And then if we go down, we'll see more about it. His Zenkai made him sort of restricted to movies for this first one, and the second one is just more Last Stand, which I'm pretty sure he's solely built on being a Last Stand unit, but you get the picture. So, in order for this Vegeta to sort of thrive, you're gonna need to have a lot of greens, a lot of some at least one support battle member to be KO'd, in my opinion. Specifically one used for support because of the fact if you don't use a support, you probably won't get as much from it. Supports like let's go Vegeta Clan to start off. Supports like Red Vegeta or like anyone that gives death buffs. Because if I remember correctly, Red Vegeta, not this one, Red Vegeta gives some type of support during battle to Vegeta Clan and Buu Saga, and I think free to plays. Goku, advantage exclusive of Vegeta Clan, yes. And as you can see, additional 30% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts and stuff like that. So, and I think there's another unit out there that you could potentially use for support. I'm not sure. I would have to see, but I know Purple Vegeta, not the Zenkai one, the old Zenkai one, but the one from Future Saga that recently got a buff, the Zenkai buff. He provides some support somewhere. I remember correctly. I'm not fully 100% sure. Yeah, he provides death buffs to Vegeta Clan and future allies. Health by 20%. Restores it. 35% damage inflicted by allies. Shortens ally substitution counts by 3 and reduces enemies Dragon Ball by 3. And this is a range type unit, so that shows where that. So yeah, support can come in any type of unit, range, melee, strike a blast, like. And so that being said, I do think we could also get a potential yellow Zenkai buffer for Vegeta because he has Bardock, he has Goku, it's the Super Saiyan 4 one and the base Bardock. And he has Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, and I think that's about it. No, the Super Saiyan God Vegeta. So that adds up to one, two, three, four. Four Zenkai buffers. A fifth one could be potentially made. Or one, two, three, four. Yeah, a fifth one could potentially be made, and the likes of, let me go to Saiyan. If it's a Saiyan unit, then maybe this yellow support Vegeta. He's really, really old. He could potentially get one for him. And that's about it for yellow Saiyans. If you want to if you want to count Kale and Cauliflower assists, but I see their Zenkai going more towards rivaled universe. If it does just so happen to go to universe rep though, then there's something. The extreme units, I would say, maybe extreme Super Saiyan Rose because he could go to God Key, the Broly units, could go to Saiyans or movies, something like that. So it could go all around. For Super Saiyan God, because that is the tag he's part of, there's really only one, so you couldn't. No, wait, that's Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan. No, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, you want to go here. There's really no yellow ones that you could use. If you go to Hybrid Saiyans, however, there could be a Trunks unit, like Super Saiyan Rage Trunks. No, wait, no, not him. Actually, there are no hybrids, yellow hybrids, unfortunately. Universe Rep, you could maybe do Hit, maybe do Champa, because they're old. They could go to God Key or Universe Rep or someone.
Uh,
The Android 17 could go to Universe Rep. I see him going more towards Universe Rep. Or maybe an Extreme, because we haven't gotten an Extreme Zenkai's in a really, really long time. And I don't know if they're ever going to do that again, because if I remember correctly, I think the last one was Blue Pure Evil Boo. Might have been the last one. What I remember. I don't know. But Universe Rep, and let's take an account of this. Universal Survival Saga is just basically Universe Rep. God Key and Vegeta Clan. Let's check those out. All right, God Key, God Key. Here we go. God Key, maybe the free to play Rose if they ever do that. Maybe the Extreme Rose if they ever do that. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a chance for Vegeta Clan. Like I said, just that old yellow Vegeta. That's about it. Maybe the Trunks if they go Vegeta Clan. This Trunks I think would go towards Boo Saga. Despite being range, he could go towards Hybrids or Vegeta Clan, maybe even Super Saiyan. The Extreme Trunks, I'm not sure because he is really, really old, so I don't think they'd mess with him. And I think that's about it for Vegeta. If there's but besides that, he doesn't have a gauge. He's just a older unit. So I don't think that would really be anything else. I think that's about it for Vegeta. Because his Z abilities goes towards Universal Survival Saga, Gaki, and Vegeta Clan. And he is a blast attack buffer, but a strike defense buffer for him. And he is a strike Zenkai buffer, as you can see right here. So yeah, I think that's about it for Vegeta. If you have any suggestions or any thoughts on other ways he could improve, let me know. Because right now Vegeta is very timer count and ally based at the current moment and sort of star dependent and stuff like that. Zenkai dependent and stuff like that. And I will catch you guys later, maybe tomorrow, if I don't have any homework and if I'm able to after track. And I'll see you guys later. I am J-Dubs, and let me just send off with today's Ultra Edge per usual. Peace out.